Pechanga Arena, San Diego on MASL TV. We welcome you back. It's a rematch of the Ron Newman Cup Finals and of last Sunday's affair as the Sockers and the Ontario Fury lock boots once again. Alongside Nate Abarea, Craig Elston on hand with you. It was a 6-3 win for the Sockers last week. The Fury getting 3, then the Sockers getting 6 in a row. A very physical match. We're expecting a lot of the same tonight.
Deja vu all over again. Have either of us left the arena since 7 nights ago? We're here again. It's good to see these two teams going toe-to-toe. It's always physical, and it's always fun and entertaining. I hope you enjoy this one tonight.
Well, last week we featured the goal scorers. Let's talk in this open about the folks trying to stop the goals. And for the San Diego Sockers, shutting out Frank Taiu is something that's extremely hard to do. Guerrero Pino, a big part of the reason why they got the job done.
Yeah, that's a big victory. It's a big statement to shut down the King. I'm sure the King Taiu has some extra motivation tonight, but credit to Guerrero Pino and credit to everybody. The Sockers with a total team effort a week ago defending the King Taiu and the entire Ontario attack.
Yeah, Frank has literally never been shut out back-to-back in the MASL. We'll see if the Sockers can do that tonight. On the Ontario side, the guy trying to get things done, Robert Palmer, 12 block shots already, the defending defender of the year. He'll be trying to shut down Childs, Leo, etc.
Yeah, the reigning MASL defender of the year, Robert Palmer, and from Kingston to Kansas City to Southern California, wherever he is, he loves to defend, and he will be a critical part of Ontario's effort tonight.
We will update you on all the very latest in terms of COVID and injuries for both sides, and we'll get you that starting lineup. It's coming up next, the Sockers and the Fury. Thanks for joining us here on MASL TV. And up in the broadcast booth, we welcome you in live for the Sockers and Fury. Craig Elston, Nate Abarea, and let's go down to the floor. Third member of our broadcast team, Melissa May.
Thanks, Craig. There's yet another surge of COVID-19 streaming through Southern California, and the Sockers have had to take some extra precautionary measures to make sure that their players stay safe, and it seems to be working since veteran goalie Boris Pardo returns to the lineup, as well as Luis Pee-wee Ortega and Juan Gonzalez. The only player still in health and safety protocols is Gerardo Jurado. The Sockers did get some last-minute good news, as well as Felipe Gonzalez, who tweaked his hamstring during the last game against the Ontario Fury, was officially cleared to play, and veteran Brian Farber makes it back to the starting lineup for the first time this season. Some good news for the Sockers. Hopefully that helps get a W today. Craig, Nate, back to you.
Thank you so much, Melissa, and we'll be checking back in with Melissa with halftime and post-game interviews as well. We welcome you now to the top row here, the north side of Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Unquestionably, COVID wreaking havoc in San Diego and, of course, throughout the country. And for everybody listening, anybody watching who may happen to be homesick now, we wish you a full and speedy recovery, and want to say separately to all as a generic message, make sure to be fully vaccinated, get that booster shot, extremely effective, and be masked up. Unquestionably, Nate, COVID also wreaking havoc with the attendance. The Sockers had over 50% no-show on paid tickets last week, and it could be the same this week. But the game's the thing. The whistle is sounded, 15 minutes on the clock, and we are underway. The Sockers and the Ontario Fury. The Sockers running right to left in those gorgeous throwback gold and blue. The Fury all in black. They will go left to right across your screens here in the first quarter this evening. Tavoy Morgan had a couple of goals for the Sockers. Number 9 played it back to our pregame featured player, Guerrero Pino, and there's the ex-Fury, Charlie Gonzalez. Capelli presents our match officials. Capelli, the official uniform sponsor of MASL game officials, and history being made this evening, Nate, as Samantha Martinez is on the floor along with Rich Grady. Samantha becomes, along with Kelsey Harms, who is simultaneously on the floor in Tacoma, the first 2 female MASL officials to work the floor in a game.
I love that. Congratulations to both of them, and long may it continue.
There's Grady blowing the whistle. A foul on Tavoy Morgan, posting up on Israel Cisse just outside the red line. First minute of action here in San Diego. No score between the Sockers and Fury. This is the second of 6 regular season meetings between these two Southern California MASL sides. The Sockers prevailed last Sunday 6-3. trailing 3-0 in the third quarter. And coming out with 6 in a row from there. Mitchell Cardenas finds Felipe Gonzalez. The ball was just a half step behind him. Now looped forward to Craig Childs, wearing that familiar captain's armband on his left bicep. Charlie tried to pinch in, make that Serta, could not take the ball away from Frank Tayu. Here comes Tayu, 4-time league MVP, fires on net, and Boris Pardo there to cradle it.
Back in the goal, Boris Pardo. After missing that game last week, the health and safety protocols, COVID negative, and
oh, look at this. Little mistake by Juan Gonzalez. Ball came off his foot funny. It's a outmanned rush for the moment, but Palmer's cross pass was behind Emmanuel Aguirre, and that allows the Sockers to adjust. Second minute gone. No score. Thanks to everybody watching wherever you may be enjoying this game, live on MASL TV, home of every single MASL contest from the regular season through the Ron Newman Cup Finals, free and in HD on MASL TV. Thiago Goncalves, a surprise return to the lineup for the 38-year-old Brazilian. Thiago. Tayu trying to work around Cardenas, misses the short corner. That ball off of Serta's head, but the whistle sounds in a foul on Pacheco down there. Reason I say that, Nate, is because in the Fury official game notes that they distributed to the media, they said that Thiago Goncalves was in health and safety protocols and thus would be unavailable. That was delivered yesterday to the media. Today, there's Thiago down on the floor. So something doesn't add up, but we just don't know what. Here's Leonardo de Oliveira, cuts it to the middle, trying to feed Charlie at the free throw line. Back to Guerrero Pino as the third minute walks off the clock. Charlie with some space on left wing. Quickly met there by a defender. And he'll walk it back. That was Aguirre on the defense. Now it's Morgan topping. Open man. Miss. Rebound. Miss again. Oh, Rojo and Charlie each had a yawning net. And both of them miss wide.
Dearie, dearie me.
I thought the Charlie one was a tap-in.
I think he did too.
Leo. Dancing. Waiting. Rojo. Shooting. Oh, great save by Clayson de Lima. The rebound. Rifled off the frame by Morgan.
Uzi Tayu almost setting up the boy Morgan with a glorious assist. Here's these misses again. You see back-to-back. That one just wide, and then this one right here. Oh. Charlie's going to want that one back.
He gets that one 87% of the time. Clayson de Lima, last year's MASL goalkeeper of the year, just 22 years old, the Brazilian. Has a bright future to build upon. Chris Toth, of course, shares the net here in Ontario. Or in Ontario, and also when they come here to San Diego. 10:45 left in the first quarter. Scoreless. Sockers and Fury. Juan Tapete, the former Socker. Side wall. It's Frank Tayu with Pino on his hip. Tayu gave it away to Charlie Gonzalez. Tavoy Morgan, little sidewall pass. Well done. Charlie, nifty. And into an open space, Pino. That's the equivalent of dumping the puck in hockey, as the Sockers needed a full five-man line change.
And look who's on after that line change. Back on the floor here at Pechanga Arena, San Diego.
Yeah, Brian Farber makes his debut on the floor for the Sockers, the 39-year-old out of Sandpoint, Idaho. Cardenas trying to head out of trouble. Uzi Tayu pinches in on the offensive side. Sends it back to Thiago with 5 minutes done. There's Pardo waiting for that one in his crease. Cardenas back to Serta. Cardenas looking for Childs. His header. Goal! It's pretty. It's so pretty. Craig Childs on the board with a delicious header to make it 1-0.
Great team play all the way from the hands of Boris Pardo. And this ball from Mitchell here, right on to the forehead of Craig Childs, who makes no mistake. See that ball across the pitch to Mitchell Cardenas. And that finish is a thing of beauty. All around brilliant teamwork from San Diego. Proper honoring of those throwback kits.
5:25, the time of goal. Craig Childs' third of the year. The assist to Mitchell Cardenas and a 1-0 lead. Now, allow this to bring a statistical narrative into our minds as a deflection off Pino's foot. Are they going to call it? They will. Top of the arc, defensive clearance. Free kick chance for the Fury. That goal gives Craig Childs combined PASL and MASL 591 career points. He is 9 away from 600 career points. Now that is, again, a combined PASL, MASL. Thiago into the wall holds firm. And the Sockers get away with their mistake. 591 career points for Craig Childs. The race to 600 is very much on.
It's always racing to some kind of new number.
Stinson with a give and go from Palmer. Stinson on right wing with Pee Wee in front of him. Stinson dances. Palmer shoved. Gutierrez. And then it's Stinson called for the foul, coming in over the top of the Soccer on the floor.
Well, Stinson was swinging for the ball off the boards there after the pass towards Palmer went astray, and it's his swinging leg on the follow-through right here that makes contact with the thigh area of
Pee Wee
Ortega.
Wow.
Pee Wee back up, tough as they make him, gives the thumbs up to Stinson. Like seeing that.
6 minutes gone, 1-0 Sockers. Abdul Mansouré, second-year player, charging into the corner. Sockers greet him with 2. Cisse digs the ball out loose, and Willie Spur will have to track it down on his own side of the floor. Now Mansouré again, turning to the right foot. Cardenas shepherds him in. In the middle, it's Spur. Good step up by Morgan.
Better touch from Spur there. He has a shot at goal and
yes,
probably scores.
Yeah, Spur couldn't bring that down first time.
Yes, Spur.
Here's Uzi. Uzi Tayu, 32 years old, older brother of Frank out of Cameroon, 1 year older than his brother, who has 397 MASL points. Thiago to Tayu. Excellent work by Cardenas to stand in front, and then Frank runs him over for his first foul of the game.
That's something to keep an eye on after what we saw last week with the foul totals for Ontario.
Sure. Something I tell you what, you don't often see Tayu wearing the captain's armband. First time I remember it. Not to say it hasn't happened before and I just didn't know. Here's De Lima. I always like to leave room for my own ignorance, you know, as a possibility. As the ball sails out of play, we will sail to our first time out of the game. Craig Childs with the delicious header on the service from Mitchell Cardenas, and the Sockers have a 1-0 lead.
All right, yeah, thanks, for sure, I'll be there. Hey, wait, hold on. I'm running by the field right now. You're never gonna guess. Dude, Medina's here. I think he's training for a comeback to the Sockers.
What are you talking about? Medina? He retired 2 years ago. He's too old, bro.
Oh, dude. You're right, bro. He's too old. Okay, so that barbecue, yeah.
Don't wait for the wait. Call your Cairo today.
Dr. Corey's office, how can we help you?
I got this. Let's get him in.
Okay, sounds good, Mr. Medina. We'll see you shortly.
Sockers in Ontario Fury, 1-0 San Diego, your first quarter score. Sockers are going to hit the road for much of the rest of January, but they will come home on Friday, January 28th for our second ever Star Wars night against the Tacoma Stars. The team will be decked out in Mandalorian-themed jerseys, available for auction after the match to benefit San Diego Food Bank. Plus, we'll have the same jerseys for sale at the merch stand and all the sights and sounds of the Star Wars universe invading the MASL. Get your tickets now. Go to sdsockers.com/tickets, or you can call 866-799-GOAL. 866-799-GOAL. Get your tickets for Star Wars night. Definitely hoping to be on the foothill of the downhill slope of this dreaded Omicron surge by then, and we can have everyone in here hopefully healthy and happy. Get a big crowd, celebrate Star Wars night, and this great start so far to the soccer season. San Diego on a 4-game road trip, Nate, after this.
Yeah, maybe that's what we need to end the pandemic. We all need to collectively use the force.
That could be the case. Tayu tried to feed the middle. Stinson was running. Now ball loose. Uzi keeps the play alive. Stinson flicks over the top of his head, and Boris says, thank you. Cradles and rolls out. It's Brandon Escoto. Escoto ran in twos, meaning alternating directly with Leonardo de Oliveira last week. Took a heavy kick to the ankle from Robert Palmer and is scheduled to run in threes today to limit a little bit of the usage on that sore key southpaw foot. There's a left-handed striker. Here's Serra battling Stinson, tooth and nail, tumbled in the foul called on Justin Stinson. Serra asking for La Tarjeta Azul, and he will not
get a little look at it here.
He did get pushed from behind, but common foul.
Both men grabbing at the jersey there.
Cardenas waiting for an outlet, plays it back to Pardo. Pardo touches with his foot. Now he's out of the play after releasing the ball. Childs tries for another one. Lima can't blame him for the heat check there. Craig Childs. Long ball from Topete. And streaking on, but it was a 3-line pass. That'll put the ball at the red line for the Sockers on a restart. Make the Sockers a part of your special event, school assembly or corporate function. The Sockers' mission is to reach every corner of San Diego, spreading the story of indoor soccer and what it takes to be a success on and off the field. Arrange for your school, group, charity, or business organization to connect with the Sockers today. For more info, go to sdsockers.com/community. Give and go. Leo deflected away, make that Charlie. Looking for Charlie. And
it's going to be blue.
A blue card is out.
It's close to the boards.
And that's going to go against San Diego's Charlie Gonzalez. I believe De Leon, the one holding his arm. Who's going in the bin?
We're going to see. I think it's Charlie, and it's close to the boards. Can get a little slippery down there, and the minimal contact, if that's just some nasty smack against the board there for De Leon. It's unlucky for Charlie, and I feel like if that's away from the boards, if that's in the middle of the pitch, it's a common foul. The fact that it's near those boards and someone could be seriously injured draws that blue card. Nothing vicious there from Charlie, but here's an opportunity. You live with the reality that the officials present, and here's a nice opportunity for the Ontario Fury on the power play.
Boarding against Gonzalez.
Exactly.
At 6:15. So this power play for Ontario will count down either to 4:15 remaining on the first quarter clock or to an Ontario goal, which would likely tie the game. 1-0 San Diego. Spurs shot off of the joint of crossbar and post. Comes back to Goncalves and now Stinson. Here's Thiago. His distribution was blocked by Christian Gutierrez, who's out there with Felipe Gonzalez, Mitchell Cardenas, and Guerrero Pino on the no-goal patrol. Sockers have allowed a goal on the only power play they've faced so far this season. It came at Ontario's hands last week. And it was Pacheco, the man on the ball right now, who scored it, number 8. Spur, Pacheco, the left footer. Pacheco wings it over the head of Tayu. Stinson trying to bring it down. Gutierrez stays with him. Shot, point blank, save, rebound wide. Spur has it, control held. Minute 7 on the man advantage. Pacheco brings it down. Pino with him, off the wall. Gutierrez is there, slips it through Spur and out the side. And Gutierrez can run with 4 Fury. Halfway done with this power play. 51 seconds and running on that power play clock as we work to 10 minutes complete right now. 50 remaining in the game. 1-0 Sockers. A Charlie Gonzalez boarding penalty. Here's Pacheco. Little space on right wing for the lefty. Over to Spur. 36 seconds on the power play now. It's Pacheco down into the corner. That one deflected off the wall. Tayu wanted to get a better touch on it. Now Spur tried to half volley that ball out of the air, and he finds the high netting.
I just wanted to reiterate that bit of analysis from a few moments ago there. It would not have been boarding had it been in the middle of the pitch.
Correct.
Just wanted to make that abundantly clear.
Because there's no board there, you see.
2+2, Craig Elston. Thank you.
Morgan, lovely hold up against 2 people. And foul called against Ontario.
It's a good penalty kill for San Diego. 19 seconds left. Childs tries to take a shot at the far post.
And Rojo is in as well with 15 seconds on the clock. Pacheco, only 8 seconds now, and the Sockers bring Gutierrez out and look to bleed. It looks like the Fury are happy to let this time bleed off. Charlie Gonzalez waiting. He's out. Back to full and even strength. What was that?
A not so powerful play.
Now Tayu gets called for his second, knocking down Gutierrez. And again, we'll keep an eye on it. Tayu got 3 first half fouls early in the second quarter last week. He's at 2 with about 19 minutes left in the first half here. Cardenas is looking for somewhere to go. And he finds Leo in the middle of the field. Leonardo de Oliveira, 3 goals, 1 assist so far in the season. The former Fury who was traded for Chris Toth prior to 2018-19. Topete in the air, but Morgan is called for his second foul. Something to keep an eye on for the target of the Sockers.
You know, you've referenced that going back to last week, that trade right before the 18-19 season. Chris Toth leaving the San Diego Sockers. I can't think of a transaction that had more of a ripple effect for 2 teams.
Yeah.
We talk about it gave Boris Pardo the #1 goalkeeping job as he had a bit of a tandem battle with Chris Toth, battle with Chris Toth for a couple of seasons running. It made Leo a fan favorite here in San Diego. It made Toth a fan favorite in Ontario. There's so much to that trade. It just continues to develop every day, and I love seeing both of those men still playing for these 2 respective teams.
And of course, for Toth, he came, went, and came back.
Right.
Signing with Tacoma last year, and then back to Ontario this year. Here's Leo under tremendous pressure. Got away from George DeLeon. Ball got over the short wall into the Sockers bench. It'll be a restart to Ontario.
First touch for Phil Salvaggio.
And hopefully it'll last. I mean, he's the coach. You don't want him touching the ball. Here's Uzi and Cissé, one of the original Fury, Israel Cissé. Now Pacheco, 12 minutes done, 3 remaining first quarter, 1-0 Sockers on the Craig Childs header goal at 5:25 from Mitchell Cardenas.
What a cross that was for Mitchell Cardenas. Can't wait to see that again.
Aguirre.
Childs with the glory, but man, that service.
Yeah, incredible.
Reminiscent of something that you'd see outside. A little bit unorthodox in the arena ranks to have a cross that far up the field. But it was put on a dime. Beautiful stuff from Mitchell.
Goncalves directing traffic with under 2.5 to go in the first. Pacheco stepping in and stealing his Pee-wee. The counter is on. Goncalves takes it right back.
What a tackle that was.
Goncalves down the middle. Tayu to the middle. Just past Aguirre.
Knowing Frank, I'm surprised he didn't try to at least go far post there. Went straight for the pass and it just didn't come off.
Frank looking for his first assist of the year. Tayu holding, spinning, tipped away Cardenas. Stinson has the angle to take Leo off the ball. Under 2 to go in the first quarter. Justin Stinson, Frank Tayu. Overlapping run. Tayu spinning. Spins off the ball, and there is a foul called on the Sockers. It'll be essentially a top of the arc chance.
Tayu doing what he does, even when he's not scoring. He creates space. He draws 3 defenders every time he gets the ball. No different there.
Here's Stinson. He's shot. What a save, Pardo!
Brilliant stop.
Boris Pardo coming up with a huge save and keeping this a 1-0 score. Sockers show some nominal pressure up and down the floor. Tayu, though, gets a long distribution. He's got it. Frank steps over, shoots off the wall, tipped out. Stinson, Stinson stepped through. Pardo came in to knock down the angle. And Escoto sent it for Gutierrez. Counterattack. Christian Gutierrez tried to drag the ball along the bench wall, and that gave Justin Stinson the chance he needed.
Yeah, Pardo came in there moments ago to save the blushes of Christian Gutierrez.
Final minute of the first quarter is live. Minute 15 here. Frank Tayu over to Jeff Hughes, another former Socker.
Back in town.
Here's Frank. Here's the step and the left-footed shot. Second man in. Serda blocked it. Cisse in with a high boot to bring it back to Fury feet. Israel Cisse in the corner. Off the wall. Kneed down by Serda. Not out. Palmer still has it with 30 seconds to go. Cisse turns it back to Spur. Sockers haven't been unable to get out of their zone here. Willie Spur back to Israel Cisse. 23 seconds on the clock. Palmer now Taiu. Another chance. Frank with 3 men around him. Back to Cisse. Curving shot wide. Rebound. And there's Palmer in the middle. From his seat. There's the save. Now off and into the goal. Jeff Hughes. Pardo thinking it was taken out of his hands. But the Fury storm back and tie this one at 1.
There's a lot going on there. A lot going on there. First you got Pardo making the save. It was Keister there, and then that one I think was live. I don't think Boris ever had 2 paws on it. No claim of any infraction against Ontario. Just a little bit of frustration. The thing just lingered, and the chance eventually was put home by Jeff Hughes. Back in San Diego with a goal to his name, and it's 1-1.
At 14:49, it's almost as late a goal as you can score. And that'll bring an end to the first quarter. So the Sockers now, hang on.
Not yet.
Hold the phone, hold everything. Stop the printing press. There may be a last-second shot, or there may not.
Ooh, okay. We're going to see a replay here as it looked like a foul got called there with about a second left. Uzi and a few other Fury players saying, no, time's already off. And they're going to say, time's already off. Farber wants them to review, but I think they're just going to end the quarter.
And as such, we will end the quarter as well. A good quarter until it wasn't for the San Diego Sockers, giving up 1 in the final 11 seconds. 1-1 tie. Second quarter action from San Diego, California next on MASL TV. Second quarter getting ready to start here at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. The San Diego Sockers, the Ontario Fury tied at 1. Craig Childs scoring for the Sockers at 5:25. And Jeff Hughes bangs in a scramble goal at 14:49 of the first quarter.
Man, Childs and Hughes on the score sheet. What year is it?
Right? 2 former PASL MVPs, both on the board. And now the Sockers pressing the Fury, who will travel right to left across your screens. The Sockers left to right in second quarter action.
I pose that last question in all kindness because I'm going to hear about it from both of those gentlemen, surely.
Sure. There's Rojo having it blocked out. Hey, nothing wrong with being a PASL MVP.
Whether it's 2010 or 2022, they're scoring goals. How about that? It's all that matters.
Lovely steal by Gutierrez at midfield, but nothing is on. Charlie Gonzalez says tranquilo. Frank Tayu says, never mind that. Enojado gives Rojo a little shove. Here's now Leo waiting for the ball with a high boot. It's up in the air.
Yikes.
Two Fury collide. Childs brings it down, and Rojo tracks it down. First minute done, second quarter. Here's Pino. Leaves it to the side for Leo. Dragging in on left wing. Back to Pino. Wasn't expecting that pass. Didn't look like. Rojo now. Left end of the umbrella. Tips back to the top. And Pino is waiting. Now Leo. Chipped away. Pino's there. Soccer's possessing. Fury looked to pressure and try and regain that possession. And a little bit of a loose pass, but Leo stepped in nicely to get rid of it. Pino now. Look out, Tayu. He's on 2 fouls. He did well not to pick up his third right there.
Tayu claiming an elbow from Guerrero Pino. I think both men fortunate to get away with the contact there, but it's going both ways.
And
that's
Childs
going to be a
called
foul
for a foul at midfield.
Childs. Him and Palmer have had a good 1v1 battle. Saw them cracking a couple of jokes to each other a moment ago and getting ready for the post-up play down there. A la basketball game. Childs loves going down there and doing the old post-up routine. Same way Tayu loves to do it for Ontario. Both of those great goal scorers off the pitch now, though.
Fury probing. 1-1 tie. Second minute. There's a steal by Charlie. Can they go 2v1? Leo sends Charlie to the wing, but he has to track down the ball. Chipped by Hughes. Foul called over there. Free kick coming for San Diego from the northern wall. And Charlie still down.
Charlie back to his feet, as you see there. Ontario jumped out to a 3-0 lead. These two teams played a week ago. Fall behind tonight. And that was the first time with Ontario equalizing through Jeff Hughes that either team has answered the other with a goal, apart from the 6 straight that the Sockers scored back last week.
Here's Leo and Childs. Childs now, Escoto in the corner. Brandon, a very quiet first half. Over to Charlie. Charlie, one step in! Off the post left. Accurate. Just missed. Here's Cardenas. Now to Morgan. Morgan backheel pass. Cardenas off the wall. Looking for Morgan. Leo's there. And the block by Tepete denies a goal.
Another former soccer with a crucial play for Ontario.
Stolen Escoto. Spun. Leo. Tavoy. Gotta be a goal. 2-1 Sockers. Morgan doing the dance. Not sure if Escoto got the touch at the back post there, but it's 2-1.
Whoever got the final touch, whoever gets the credit for the goal, this is Leonardo de Oliveira's goal.
Oh.
Welcome back to San Diego, Jeff Hughes. There you go once, there you go twice.
Tavoy's goal.
It's Tavoy's goal, but let's just bask in the glory of Leonardo de Oliveira one more time. That's worth the price of admission. And actually, final touch off of the Ontario player, so Tavoy's goal. But Leonardo de Oliveira, tip of my cap, and surely getting you out of your seat at home as well. That was beautiful.
Morgan's 4th of the year. And he's now in the Sockers goals lead.
Of Brazil to Jamaica, with Mexico waiting just in case.
And a chance for more. Escoto. Gutierrez. Spinning block. Second chance high.
Oh, almost a brilliant Tijuana connection right there.
Gutierrez trying to step on this ball. George DeLeon having a hard time getting out of there. Escoto last man in. Got the steal from behind. Sockers showing that spirit now that they got the lead back. Leonardo de Oliveira goal. Assist, but the footwork. 2 games in a row.
There's a bit of a duality on full display there for Jeff Hughes. The glory of the goal in the end of the first quarter, and the, not sure what exactly to call it there, but the play involving he and Leonardo de Oliveira early on in the second. I'll leave it at that.
Goncalves back to Palmer. 4 minutes done in the second quarter, and the Sockers back on top, 2-1. Here's Tayu now with Pino. Frank Tayu keeping the feet moving. Goncalves and Palmer had to reach back to get that one. Now back to Tayu in the middle. Reaching out with Cerda. Cerda knocks it down. Gutierrez on the run. Christian trying to lift it to himself. De Lima comes out. Gutierrez heads it to himself with an open net. He will score! CG4 does it all. The pressure, the chase down, the steal and the score, and it's 3-1 Sockers.
You said it just right, Craig. I love this goal because it's a combination of energy and patience. It's a very hard combination to come up with, but right there he could have panicked. A lot of people right here. This is all energy. This is all driving forward, use the speed. Once he gets the fortune of that bouncing off the noggin, right here. Most people panic right there and try to shoot, might get it blocked instead, lets the ball do the work as the defender is dancing back in desperation. And once the defender dances past, he places it into the empty net. Love that goal from Christian.
And the Sox with back-to-back goals in the second. And now the first 2-goal lead in this game, and the pressure really paying off for San Diego. 2 straight goals off of pressure and turnovers, and there's another one. Offensive midfield, Pee Wee gets the steal. Cardenas passed the steal attempt of Stinson, shoots wide, rebound, punch save. Childs denied a second.
It's almost Cardenas finding Childs in another fashion there.
Escoto challenges Tayu deep in his zone. 5 minutes done, second quarter. 2 early goals for the Sockers. Willie Spur sent Childs whizzing past for a moment. Stinson to the middle. It's Spur. Ball came off his foot wrong. Escoto is the outlet. Oh, Brandon Escoto waiting, leaving Pee Wee. Tipped by Uzi. Well done. Then the slide tackle of the ball by Childs. No. The slide tackle of Tayu by Childs. He get blue card.
2 stars, 2 legends of the arena game. Childs called for the foul there and the blue card. Got an awful lot of ball. Certainly came in a little bit from behind. I'm not so sure about that. I try not to break down calls from referees too much and just go with the reality that's presented. But I'll just say I've seen that not given as a blue card. And Childs certainly not happy with the results. Also, kind of just from a comic book entertainment standpoint, I love seeing Craig Childs slide tackling Frank Tayu.
Yeah, me too. Seems like he'd need to do that in the video game. It happened in real life. So this power play will count either to 7:36 remaining or to a Fury goal. It's 3-1 San Diego. And the Sockers are now 1 for 2 on the PK. Goncalves able to easily take that away from Gutierrez, but over the low wall. And the ball goes back to San Diego. Minute 35 on the power play clock. I know the clock's not on the screen for you watching on MASL TV. We will track that penalty clock for you. Do not worry. Currently at 95 seconds. But the
94.
Sockers have the ball. Well, good point. Keeps moving. Time stops for no man. Woman or child. Here's Stinson. Justin Stinson lobs it. It's Pacheco in the corner where he scored last week. Exact same corner. Over to Spur with Goncalves, Tayu, Stinson. That's your power play unit. Tayu, Pacheco shoots! Oh. Just missed that angle. Trying to tuck it in that top corner. Minute 6 left on the power play.
Sox looking well on their way to killing another one off. Of course, anytime I say that, it always turns into bad things. Where's my yellow and blue card here? Come on.
I'm serving you with a bench warning.
Okay.
Here is Leo chasing one down. Spur challenging. Willie Spur in his own zone. Man advantage for Ontario for another minute or so. 53 seconds on the man advantage. It's Topete. Now it's Spur. Finding Pacheco. Topete into the zone now comes Ontario. Pacheco right wing. Dancing. Finding Topete. One touch. Trying to line up the shot. And now Stinson in the corner. Pino was of two minds there. Pino stays with his man. Topete shoots. Blocked by Rojo. Spur now, 28 seconds on the power play. Willie Spur dancing, lost the ball for a second. Squirts it back into the corner to Pechanga. Now Stinson. Stinson through the legs of Gutierrez, but Rojo takes it away. Christian Gutierrez up in the air, over to the head of Topete. Cardenas brings it down. Can he bring in the 2v1? Short-handed. Rojo with Gutierrez. Gutierrez scores! Shorty, I love ya! Christian Gutierrez has his second in a row. 1, 2, 3. The Sox are on a roll, 4-1.
Ontario players feeling a bit aggrieved right here that there was a possible handball from Cardenas. It may have come off his left hand there, but they got to play on and take nothing away from that little dink finish from Christian Gutierrez. We'll see it right here, Craig. The cries of handball against Cardenas, and I think that went right off the palm of Mitchell. But again, we move on, and Christian Gutierrez committed no infraction. He did nothing but offer footballing beauty to your screen.
Let's do that. Let's, instead of taking this break, take the M2 report, because Soccer's 2 in action earlier, Nate, right here on this floor.
Yeah, and number 21, Ismael Rojo, on there for the Soccer's 2, continuing to impress, and very much, as you see on the graphic, a good all-around team win. 10-3 the score, and credit to the Turlock Cal Express, too, who kept it close. It's a scoreline that looks a lot worse, really, than that game was. Turlock had that game very close throughout much of the first 3 quarters. San Diego pulled away late. But I love seeing Ismael Rojo, a couple of other players, but it's just so hard to ignore the performance of that Soccer's 2 center back. Plays a little bit like Virgil van Dijk out there in the arena ranks. A center back who is pretty much the best ball carrier that the team has. And so he runs, if you want to make a basketball analogy, he's a bit of a point guard. He holds the ball very well for his team, can play the long ball, can shoot. He scored a hat trick again today. So I want to give credit to the whole team, but man, every time I come to this arena for these Soccer's 2 games, I just find myself more and more enamored with Ismael Rojo. He's the most popular man in the live chat. He gets the most shout-outs, and I think he deserves the most shout-outs, including this one right here.
Scored by number 4, Christian.
And Tayu has the ball for the Fury. Uzi off to Cisse. As we are 8 minutes complete in this second quarter, and the Sockers with a 3-goal quarter right now and a 3-goal lead. Stinson trying to cut into it, working off of Gutierrez, just high, missed by about 4 inches. Rojo, deep pressure in the corner, loose, 3 Fury looking for that loose ball. Nestor turns, he shoots wide. Sockers were in deep trouble there. Stinson still working at it. Gutierrez gets there first. Stinson says he got hit in the face. The whistle comes, the foul against Gutierrez.
Just a common foul. Slightly contact to the face there. Stinson slow to get up. Holding his lip. Tough one there for Stinson.
Gutierrez, what a quarter. The shot out of the corner now for the Fury. Morgan late on to replace Gutierrez. Stinson crashing in. It goes to the back man. Spur broken up by Morgan. Tavoy with Escoto on the run along with Charlie. Tried to serve it to the middle to Charlie. Second effort. Broken up. Palmer with the disruption. Topete with the takeaway. 6:18 to go first half. Now don't forget, stay right with us at halftime, folks, because we've got the annual media game coming up. And we'll carry it live for you here. Cerda working a 3-on-2. Cerda in the middle of the floor. The point guard. Tips it right wing. It's Escoto. One touch, the shot. He hits the crossbar.
Man.
Barber crashing in. Takes a foul. Blue card against Stinson.
Wow. Moments after taking one to the chops. Moments after taking a shot to the lip. Stinson Commits the foul here on a streaking Farber and definitely catches the foot, trips him up. Tripping penalty.
And the Sockers will have their first power play of the game, and one I'd say well-timed, Nate, in terms of the possibility of opening this game up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a big momentum. A chance for the Sockers. Momentum already on their side, but man, a 4-goal lead. So it's very commanding.
The Sockers power play will count down either to 3:59 remaining in the half or to a 5th San Diego goal, leading 4-1. 2 minutes on the clock for the Stinson penalty. And Childs will start things off by sending it back to the quarterback, Charlie Gonzalez. With Escoto, Childs, Morgan, and Leo out on the floor. 2 forwards, 3 mids. And of course, Leo, a midfielder who can play forward. Childs opened the scoring tonight. Tavoy, quick passing, back and forth. Sockers from offensive midfield to the zone. Now it's Morgan on the angle. Over to Childs, minute 33 on the clock. For the power play. Childs to Escoto, 1 step, left footer, cuts it down low. Backdoor goal! Oh, Leo with the vision! And Tavoy's got his second, and a little salsa action. Well, maybe a bit of a jig instead for Tavoy. 5-1 Sox.
Brazil and Jamaica combining forces again. It starts with the man from Baja California. Well, goes Poway, Tijuana. What is Leo's hometown in Brazil?
Rio.
Rio. Okay, so we go Poway, Tijuana, Rio, Spanish Town, Jamaica. 4 touches, Sockers goal. An international affair, Craig.
Absolutely gorgeous. Timeout called by Jimmy Nordberg. They'll talk it over, and we'll take a break. 5-1 San Diego leads. You're watching MASL TV.
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We got you.
Hey, don't forget, Sockers Overtime is your weekly podcast covering the San Diego Sockers and the MASL. Now a live show as well, airing live Tuesdays, 5 p.m. on Twitch. Join myself and Jerry Jimenez for the latest game recaps, previews, MASL news, and interviews. You can watch the show live on twitch.tv/San Diego Sockers, catch the replay on our YouTube channel, or listen to the audio on the podcast, presented always by 3 Punk Ales Brewing in Chula Vista. Subscribe to Sockers Overtime in your phone's podcast app today. This week's guest, Tavoy Morgan. Proving that it's good luck to be on Sockers Overtime. 2 goals in the first half. Farber's out there trying to defend. Leo in tight quarters. That ball ricocheted off himself. Gutierrez still in the soup. Cisse digs it out for the Fury. Ontario needs an answer this half.
Absolutely.
Here's Tayu. He's the one who usually provides it. Stinson. And back to Cisse. 25 completed in this game. Still more time left than elapsed. Pee-wee got out of there. Gutierrez back to Pino, lobbing it forward. Farber trying to track this one down. A little acceleration. Got it off the head. Went flying to the turf.
Well done by Cisse. I know it might seem a little ridiculous to drop the next goal's huge right now in a 4-goal game, but go down that road. 5-2 compared to 6-1. You think about the 6 unanswered goals that the Sockers scored last week. That would be 5 unanswered going into halftime. 5-2 just feels like we could have a game in the second half.
What I would describe as the difference in this game so far is the Sockers' use of pressure. And no call. Frank tried to fall down. Pino got that ball. Gutierrez warded it off. Now Uzi over on the rescue. Last man in the pressure valve for Ontario. Pee-wee sends it right back into the drink. However, De Lima is there. Looking for El Mágico Leonardo. He has 2 beautiful assists already in today's game. Again, don't forget, we'll carry live the Celebrity Media halftime game coming up here after 30 minutes complete. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Just get a quick bite or a beverage. One-handed save. Rebound is wide by Tayu. And top of the arc. Nope, they'll call the deflection off the glass. No top arc. Restart off the sidewall for Ontario. Best chance for the Fury in a while.
And Tayu just can't find a way to put the ball in the back of the net against San Diego. So unlucky on that last one. I think it went just over the top of the bar. Just didn't have enough time to turn the body towards goal.
Great split-second reaction by Tayu. Just couldn't get that shot on net. So hard to do. Catch a flying ball out of the air with your foot. Topete is going to step over this, send it back to Stinson. Dancing on Felipe. Now the shot blocked by Gutierrez. And it was Juan, not Felipe. Those twins, so hard to tell apart. Tayu. Pino says, thank you, I'll take that. Third foul on Frank on the clip trip. They should make that announcement. Here's Rojo, because I've counted 3. Now Tayu on a giveaway. Frank, save, rebound, score.
Woo.
Pacheco powers it home. And it's a 5-2 game.
Jesus Pacheco made no mistake about this one. It was a great reaction save by Boris Pardo right here, but how about this for a follow-up? Pick that out. My goodness. That is as clean as you can catch a ball. First time from a sprint, no less, too. Made that look easy. Beautiful stuff.
Unassisted goal for Pacheco off the rebound of the shot save. Now they called on the floor an assist for Tayu. Look out. Charlie Gonzalez gets that shot. That's subject to interpretation, but if they want to give it to Frank, they can. Cardenas shoots it wide. 2:45 left in the half. Well, we told you that they needed it. They got it. Now this is a game again. Pacheco so far from Tayu at 11:55.
I've never seen anyone make something ugly look so pretty. The way that Israel Cisse just got out of trouble there. That was beautiful.
Palmer and Spur. Robert Palmer making an aggressive run on left wing. He's open if Nestor can find him. Could not. Cardenas did a good job. Now that ball took a funny hop on the boards for Escoto. Still to Ontario with 2:10 left, and Palmer down in the corner. Play is continuing. Palmer's getting up. Spur. Palmer still in the play. Spur off the crossbar.
My goodness.
Rebound. Knocked down there. There's an easy call on Spur, knocking down Morgan.
Spur inches away from making this a 5-3 game. See the potential for a boarding penalty there, but just the common foul.
Stinson now on the move to the right foot. He scooped it a little wide. Under 2 to go. We talked about it before. Now I'm going to say this is a big spot for the Sockers to hold. They need to not give up another goal before the half. Spur back to Palmer on minute 42 left to go in this half. Stinson working off the wall, looking for Nestor. The dummy. Here's the goal. Oh, what a save by Pardo, denying Pacheco a second.
Boris Pardo saying, here's your goal.
What a play.
Goalie like Wall.
What a play. That was a great chance. Fury looking terrific in these last 3 minutes.
Where's this been all half?
Going down 4, they got the wake-up call. Soccer spread out, and that could be a card because it denied a scoring chance the other way. They called a take foul, NBA version of a take foul right there, denying a fast break. 64 seconds. This half has gotten 6s and 7s for the Sockers in the last 2 minutes. Morgan tried to spin through with the left foot. Gets back to retrieve his loose ball. Spins this time on 2 men. Oh, no, Juan Gonzalez tripped on his own foot.
Oh.
He had a yawning goal mouth.
Man, Tavoy Morgan with a little Leo action there.
Right. Now, Juan gone. Leo. Rojo says, give it to me. I want to try. 35 seconds left in the half. Over to Leo. And the final 30 seconds. Soccer's possessing. Oh, if they got one back, how huge would that be? How deflating for Ontario. Let's find out what happens. It's Leo. Rojo, and there's 20 seconds now. Rojo stepping to his right foot. He will crank it. Short hops the glass and out of play.
It was Ontario who scored through Jeff Hughes with just a few seconds remaining in the first quarter. See if Ontario can do that again here, as they will likely have the final chance of this first half.
Indeed, 13 seconds for them to try and negotiate it. Sockers are pressing to deny any easy entry. 8 seconds left in the half. Back to De Lima under pressure. De Lima is going to just punt it forward, and this is how the half will end, with Taiyu dribbling at midfield. The Sockers use a run of 4 straight goals in the second quarter to grab a 5-1 lead. 5-2 is where they stand at the half, with 30 minutes complete from Pechanga Arena, San Diego. Nate, I'm going to head downstairs to PA the celeb game.
I look forward to hearing all of that as we are going to take it to break here on MASL TV. Actually, I beg your pardon, we will send it down. We will break it down to Melissa May and then head to our halftime break here on MASL TV. It's a 5-2 scoreline. The Sockers jumped out to a 1-0 lead. It then went to 1-1. Our old pal Jeff Hughes equalizing for the Ontario Fury. The Sockers, much like they did last week when they scored 6 straight, not quite that good this time around, but they reeled off 4 straight goals to take a 1-1 contest to a 5-1 lead. Beautiful goal from Jesus Pacheco just before the halftime horn sounded. A big goal for Ontario, a big answer back, as it was looking like deja vu for the visitors from the Inland Empire after those 6 straight for the Sockers last week. This beat only 4 straight with an answer from Ontario. 5-2 the halftime score. We're just about ready to send it down to our very own Melissa May with Sockers head coach Phil Salvaggio.
Coach, you've gotten quite a few veterans back, including Brian Farber and Boris Pardo. How important is to have that leadership back on the team?
It's very important. Also, Pee Wee's played his first game in 2 years, so we're very happy for him to be back, and we're happy for Brian and Boris to be back on the field.
Obviously, the strategy was a little bit different, having veteran Boris Pardo back in the net. It seems like you are just firing on all cylinders in terms of offense.
It still could be better, and we got to do a better job of not giving up that goal at the end there. We got to close it out.
And any message going into the locker room today to keep getting that W and keep that momentum going?
Yeah, this game is far from over, so it's going to be a long game. Next couple goals make the difference here.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time. Back to you.
Your team. The perfect fit. The game ball. Are you ready? Soccer Loco, next level performance. Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the Philippines in life.
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We gotcha.
All right, yeah, thanks for sure. I'll be there. Hey, wait, hold on. I'm running by the field right now. You're never going to guess. Dude, Medina's here. I think he's training for a comeback to the Sockers.
What are you talking about? Medina? He retired 2 years ago. He's too old, bro.
Oh, dude. You're right, bro. He's too old. Okay, so that barbecue, yeah.
Don't wait for the main. Call your Cairo today.
Dr. Corey's office, how can we help you?
I got this. Let's get him in.
Okay, sounds good, Mr. Medina. We'll see you shortly.
We've got Gareth as our referee. Let's everybody play fair. Your lives and reputations depend on the next 10 minutes. Are we ready with the logo? We are ready. All right, grounds crew's done. Ball's at midfield. Comenzamos! We are underway. The Soccer's Celebrity Media Game for 2022. Team Navy, Team Light Blue. And it's Chiva, stolen by Zizo. Here's Sal, Cabana Boy Jeff. Cabana Boy Jeff on the board early. At 20 seconds. 1-0. Team Light Blue. Cabana Boy puts it in the right side of the cabana. That's all right, Todd. We know you'll get the next one. 1-0. Zizo the assist. Now, nice move, Derek Dawson. Dispossessed, Mackenzie Elmer. Former high school soccer star. Here's Darren Smith. Lobs it into the middle. Looking for the ball there, Dawson. Digging his way out of trouble. Danny Miller. Good job, Danny. Sanchez kicks it to the wall, and Zizo ready to attack. Working on Shannon McMillan. We got two greats from the San Diego Loyal organization going head-to-head. Here's Beto, tipped off by Elmer. 1-0 the lead for Light Blue. Here comes Sal Zizo. 1 minute done, 9 left in the media game. Elmer looks for the ball off the south wall. Into the corner she comes. It's Zizo. It's Agler on the defense. Great work, Jesse Agler. Todd Durkin comes out in the soup, off the post and out. Cabana Boy looking for a second. And there's Todd to scoop it up. General manager of the San Diego Strike Force. Come see them play arena football here at the arena. It's Sal Zizo. Shot in the goal! Weston Bray's on the board. 2-0 Light Blue. This is a high-scoring media game already. We've had many without 2 goals. 2-0 Light Blue. And Shannon's going to attack hole on the restart. Tony's there. He could say he saved Shannon McMillan for the rest of his life. Weston on pressure. It's Derek Dawson. Double D! He won that Wheel of Fortune. And he's got the puzzle solved here as well. Sorry, you don't get 35 grand or a new car. You get something better. A media game goal. 2-1 our score. Jake Garriani on a solid run. Here comes Jake. Over to Weston. Off the wall. Beto on defense. Weston on the shot, cranking it wide. Third chance, loose, it's Cabana Boy for the Cabana brace. Allen's got 2. How about that? There's a reason he keeps getting an invite back to this game. We say a goal scorer automatically returns. Now he gets to come back the next 2 years. There's Derek Dawson, 3-1, anyone's game still. About 6.5 minutes left in the media game. Sal Zizo dancing. Here comes Sal on the run. It's Zizo, just wide. Did Todd get a touch on that? We're going to give him credit for the save. Why not? Danny Miller in the corner. Danny zigging, zagging. The shot, kick save. Almost our first ever media game hat trick. Cabana Boy Jeff this close. Dawson to Drew Steck. From the local supporter group. Drew runs into Tony. Tony's a brick wall that cannot be defeated. He slings it out off of the bench wall. Shannon McMillan on the steal. The Olympic gold medalist and U.S. World Cup champion Shannon McMillan, saved by Sanchez. Tony rips the line drive out of the air. It's 3v2 the other way. It's Zizo with Cabana Boy and Weston. Sal on the spin. Keep playing like this, Sal. We're going to call you for the big club. Cabana Boy just misses the hat trick. Halfway done with the media game. 5 minutes left. Zizo, Chiva in the corner. Chiva wants nothing more than to get a shot off on Tony, but he has to play defense right now. The two co-hosts of Two Balls and a Mic. Great soccer podcast. Here's Mackenzie. Always rising. Great idea, though, Mackenzie. New ball in play. We've got 4 minutes left in the media game. 4 minutes. 2-goal lead for Light Blue, 3-1. Here's Drew. Lifts it off the short wall. Weston on defense. Weston Bray. Lovely touch. Over to Sal. Chiva on defense. Sal blows past him. Shoots the short corner. Rebound off frame. Cabana Boy. He wants the first ever media game hat trick. Off the wall. Looking for Gariani. Back into the soup. Team Navy, you want to keep it out of your crease, not back in your crease. There's Mackenzie with a great steal. Lizzie, we don't call handballs in media game, don't worry. Good pass to Shannon. Shannon Mack. Shannon Mack. Darren Smith, we're going to give you credit on the blocked shot there, Darren. Good job. Weston to Sal, there's 3 minutes left in the media game. Gariani's shot, just wide. Loose, Cabana Boy! It's a Cabana Boy Jeff hat trick! Please cash in your tickets at the window. Many of our media members are cashed after playing 7 minutes. 3 left. 4-1. One of the highest scoring media games ever. Cabana Boy Jeff having a game for the ages. Drew's shot. How about Tony Sanchez? Everything he said on Two Balls and a Mic, he's living up to so far. Bends the distribution. He finds Jesse Agler. Jesse turns. Jesse rolls it into Durkin. Now it's Sal. Sal just wide. Don't worry, Sal. We've seen how well you've played. You'll be getting a call from Phil Salvaggio in the morning. Here's the shot, Danny Miller. He had dreams of a goal in his mind. He'll think about that the rest of the year. 2 minutes left in the media game, gang. 2 minutes. Time for a comeback for Navy. Here's Lizzie Rivas. Make sure to check out San Diego Wave FC, the new NWSL club, coming to Torero Stadium this year. Weston and the San Diego Loyal, their home opener March 12th. Lovely spin by Weston, but there's Agler on defense. How about Jesse Agler, the center back, cleaning things up. Shannon McMillan. Shannon with a step over. And Tony Sanchez. One-handed save. 80 seconds left in the game. It's Weston cutting it. Danny let it go by. Zizo on the look, on the shot. He scores! That's pretty. Light Blue's gonna win it tonight, baby. 5-1 the score. 1 minute left. 1 minute left for your glory. Who's gonna get that last goal? Here's Shannon on the move. Here's Shannon on the shot. Cabana Boy adds a blocked shot. If you had him in fantasy, you're the winner. Miller, Zizo, they're hungry for more. Zizo scoops it forward. There's Drew on the blocked shot. We got 30 seconds left. Chiva, nice defense. Lizzie loops it out. Derek Dawson to Shannon McMillan. 25 seconds. It's Shannon on the move. And there's Mackenzie Elmer with a great dispossession. 10 seconds left. Rivas. Tony's got the ball. 5 seconds left. He can dribble out the clock, and he will. That's it. Game's over. Light blue are champions by a remarkable 5-1 score. Cabana Boy Jeff, player of the game, with the first ever soccer celebrity media game hat trick. My name's Craig Elston. Thank you so much for enjoying the game. Thanks to all our celebs. How about a big round of applause?
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We got you.
Your team. The perfect fit. The game ball. Are you ready? Soccer Loco, next level performance.
After the always entertaining and rather colorful celebrity, quote-unquote, match here at Pechanga Arena, San Diego, the annual celebrity media game, we are almost ready again for the pros to take to the pitch. Well, there was a World Cup champion down there, an Olympic gold medalist. Shout out to Shannon McMillan and a few dreamers down there as well. But we get back to the arena soccer players with the Sockers leading 5-2 against the visitors from the Inland Empire, the Ontario Fury. Boris Pardo with some big stops in that first half. There's the strong right paw from Boris there. That was back in the first quarter. And at the other end, Boris with a fine save going down to his right. Frank Tayu unlucky to not get that one in. You see one last wild sequence here. A couple of saves from Boris Pardo, but that ended up with Jeff Hughes scrapping one home for Ontario. That made the score 1-1, and it was 4 straight goals for the Sockers before Jesus Pacheco bashed that one home to get it back to 5-2. Said it was 4 straight goals for the Sockers. Well, here was the first one. Mitchell Cardenas with a brilliant ball to Craig Childs, who made no mistake about it. That was for 1-0. This was for 2-1. Gutierrez, I beg your pardon, that for 3-1, I believe. Gutierrez had a pair down there for the Sockers, as did our boy Morgan. Leonardo de Oliveira was heavily involved in that first half of the Sockers. There's Christian clipping it up and over beautifully. And the last goal right here as we cut that one a wee bit short to get you back live for third quarter action as Uzi Tayu gets a shot against Boris Pardo. And we are indeed underway. Boris Pardo is underway again. Immediately in the line of fire.
And here with the play-by-play, Nate Arbarea.
Oh, hey, Craig Elston.
How's it going?
That was impressive. I can't believe you got back up here that quick. Craig Elston down, emceeing the quote-unquote celebrity game. Some media members down there. A couple of celebrities, a couple of bona fide celebrities down there. There was a World Cup winner. I did already add that in there. An Olympic gold medalist.
San Diego Loyal.
The first ever Loyal signing. Hometown hero, Sal Zizzo.
Sal Zizzo, dare we say, made an impact in the game.
Brandon Escote, though, took a little bit of a impact from the hand of Frank Tayu. And was a foul called against Tayu? If so, regardless of any blue card, that's foul number 4.
Correct.
Against Frank Tayu. A lot of people watching basketball tonight. Same rule here in arena soccer.
Gotta be a foul on Frank. I mean, he's the only one to connect.
Again, finishing that out, if you're new to the sport of arena soccer, there is a foul out rule. 6 personal fouls results in essentially an ejection, a foul out. And Tayu, surely the most important player, leading scorer, and the king. Great energy. The mojo of this Ontario Fury team. He's on 4 fouls with 29 minutes and 12 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on that storyline. Escoto is okay. And we come up on 1 minute gone here in this third quarter. My name is Nate Abaurea. Craig Elston racing back up to Rose Ed. Chris Toth entering the game. Our old pal Chris Toth, son of soccer's legend, Zoltan Toth. Chris Toth, championship winner in his own right. A legendary family name around these parts. They know goalkeeping. Here's a chance for Ontario. Leonardo de Oliveira picks up the pieces and heads the other way from right to left for the gold and blue clad San Diego Sockers. Foul against Leo. Cries
There's
of
the
a
blue?
no, it was a no blue brought out there. And Leo slightly touched. That full speed goes down. Common foul. 13:35 left here in the third quarter. Sockers 5, Ontario 2. That your halftime score. If you're just joining us, delay of game warning as the Sockers may have wanted to take a quick free kick there, and they were unable to do so because somebody kicked the ball away in unsporting fashion.
If that happens again, it would be a bench yellow on the Fury. All over the short wall, Sockers will get a restart here on the north side.
Guerrero Pino, the Sockers logo. Down low for Juan Gonzalez. Juan Gon as it go off the boards and into the hands of Chris Toth, who lobs out to Willie Spur. So many great names in the Major Arena Soccer League. That most definitely one of them. You can already see the Grammy-winning album from Willie Spur. I'm not sure what genre of music, if we're thinking country western.
Yeah, I would say country on first blush for the
Willie,
name.
the LP from Willie Spur. You remember that one? Back in 1971?
Finished third on The Voice, UK.
12:40, running clock, third quarter.
Hello.
Tayu on the ground. No whistle to be heard in the Grand Old Arena at this time. Toth flies off the line.
Lovely.
A little bit of Brazilian goalkeeping there. We'll taste it. Ederson and Allison Becker there from Chris Toth. Practical though as well, not just for show.
Lovely.
Look out here. Oh, what a goal. What a goal for Stinson. Justin Stinson cuts onto the left foot and puts it into the top corner past Boris Pardo. It's 5-3 San Diego. And from that goal for 5-2 at the end of the second quarter to this one, that's now back-to-back goals for the Fury.
Give Pechanga the assist, but Stinson taking both Pino and Escoto out of the play with this silky right to left move, and then the left-footed shot, upper bins. Nothing that can be done about it. And all of a sudden, yeah, one goal late second quarter, one goal early third quarter. This is a whole new game.
The man from Spanish Town, Jamaica, Savoy Morgan, runs into his fellow countryman, Robert Palmer, one of our players to watch this evening. No foul was called. The Sockers want a delay of game on that clearance. And it's not going to come. Boris Pardo. So we dip under 12 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. The pink-clad Sockers netminder lobs forward. Two Jamaican internationals going toe-to-toe again. Savoy Morgan and Robert Palmer. Spanish Town versus Kingston. Across the red line. Charlie back to Cerda. Mitchell Cardenas. One of the best crosses you're going to see in arena soccer. Happened for the first goal for San Diego. Cardenas assisting Craig Childs. And you get used to a lot of the tiki-taka, the tic-tac-toe, the one-touch, intricate possession in tight spaces in arena soccer. It's customarily how goals get scored, at least the most pretty ones. It was an aesthetically pleasing goal for the Sockers to open up the scoring tonight on a long ball. Not a three-line pass, pushing the limits as far as a service could go to end up in a goal. Beautiful stuff. You'll surely see that one replayed a few more dozen times before the next week is over at San Diego Sockers on social media. 10:50 on the running clock here in the third quarter. Sockers 5, Ontario Fury 3. San Diego, these glorious 80s throwbacks, the long sleeve gold, The blue diagonal lettering. They led 5-1. Looked to be in cruise control. Had a couple of chances to make it 6-1. Didn't take them. You blink. Suddenly, 10.5 left, third quarter. It's only a 2-goal lead. Uzi Tayu, Ontario, knowing that the next goal could be a big momentum boost. Really make the visitors feel like they're back in this game, and there is the next goal for the visitors, who are very, very much back in the game. It's 5-4 San Diego.
And an own goal off of Guerrero Pino.
And a timeout called by Phil Salvaggio, Craig.
Yeah, to that Phil Salvaggio timeout. Stinson, the great service, and then just headed off the foot of Pino and in. And as such, don't go anywhere, folks. The Sockers had this game in hand, and then they got Butterfingers. And now the Fury feel like it's all theirs. 5-4 San Diego, the lead evaporating. We return after this break on MASL TV.
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We got you.
Fans, here's a great way to save while seeing all the best matches of the season, the Sockers Flex Pack. Pick the games you want to attend on the regular season schedule at discounted rates and receive 10% off at the merchandise stand on top of everything. Get your tickets at sdsockers.com or call 866-799-GOAL and ask for the Flex Pack.
Fine, just read it yourself.
I'm going to read it.
Just read it yourself,
Craig.
Craig.
Read that thing. I read it.
I wanted to read it. I was going to read it. 30 seconds of planning goes up in smoke, just like that.
Dang it.
It was a great read, though. It's a great, great read. It's 5-4 San Diego, by the way. Sockers led 5-1 in this game. It's now 5-4. 3 straight for Ontario after the Sockers reeled off 4 straight goals to take a 1-1 scoreline to 5-1. A game of runs, a game of streakiness. On a Sunday night on the Frontera. San Diego, California, and there's a player down. It's Israel Cisse. Down, clutching this ankle calf area on his left side. His former teammate, Leonardo Oliveira, was offering to help him up. Israel says, no, please, just give me a moment.
I'll take that time to go through the MASL scoreboard for the weekend, Nate. Earlier today, Florida defeated UCFC 6-2. That despite the Tropics being without about 4 regulars. And right now in Tacoma, I mean, it's all stars. They are leading St. Louis 11-2 in the third quarter. That one got away early. On Saturday, Baltimore came from behind to beat Harrisburg 8-5. Kansas City used a big fourth quarter to douse Dallas 9-3. And in the first game of their weekend set, St. Louis beat Tacoma 7-3 on Friday night. Taking a look at the standings right now in the MASL West, the Sockers at 3-0 with 9 points. Ontario at 2-2 with 6 points. Tacoma will get to 6 points when they win tonight and get to 2-2. And yet to play since their opening weekend in December here in California, Chihuahua Savage 0-2, but hiring Luis Jaime Borrego, ex-head coach of Monterrey Flash and Solis de Sonora, to be their new director técnico the rest of the season. And there's your MASL scoreboard. Nate?
Thank you for taking us on a trip around the league. Major Arena Soccer League. Sunday night in San Diego. Coming to you live from Pechanga Arena. Nate Abarea, broadcasting buddy Craig Elston next to me up here in Rosed, way up high in the grand old arena. This Guy Newman called it on opening night a few years ago. Son of the late, great Ron Newman. Always the nostalgia flowing inside this building. Championship banners up in the rafters. And the up to the second excitement on full display here live for us and on your screens. TV, tablet, phone, computer, wherever, however you're watching this thing, it is a pleasure and privilege to be with you. Tayu doing his best to get the ball back from Rojo. You can't do so. Rojo held on to it very well. Guerrero Pino waits for the line change. Waits and waits and waits some more, and deceptively plays forward to Escoto. That was a brilliant tackle from Stinson, all ball. Back with Charlie. Charlie Gonzalez lost out.
Yep.
And the foul was called against Charlie for holding on to the opponent.
Well, Charlie Gonzalez, who really wasn't heard from until the fourth quarter last week, very quiet so far tonight.
Robert Palmer has defended well for Ontario. He's one of our players to watch in this game. The reigning MASL Defender of the Year. Coming up on the halfway point of this third period. Back with the aforementioned Palmer.
Just got to say, it feels like the Sockers are laying back and playing catch right now. With the Fury, I just don't see the aggression that we saw in that second quarter when they burst to a 4-goal run.
It's been all Fury as far as the scoring goes since it was 5-1. 3 straight, again, if you're just joining us. Very much a streaky game. The sport of arena soccer, but this has been, in particular, a game of runs, a game of momentum. Momentum shifts. The momentum has certainly, as Craig was alluding to there, shifted in favor of the visitors in black and red from the Inland Empire, attacking from left to right on your screens here in this third quarter. All or nothing challenge from Palmer, and I think he did just enough to pull it off. He did indeed. As he heads to the bench and gets dapped up by his teammates, getting a whole lot of love. It was a tenacious defensive play. Possession back with the visitors in black. 6:55 left in the third quarter. Sockers somehow clinging to a 1-goal lead after they were running away with this thing not so long ago. Here's Chris Toth. Said he was playing like a Brazilian goalkeeper moments ago. A little bit just more like himself there. Toth, his own right, good with his feet, and that's the new rule.
The pass back.
Oh, it's the new rule.
The pass back.
My goodness, that's his second touch. Well, they had possession. Ontario is, I'm sure, trying to say that there was a deflection somewhere in the process there, and this is this new rule that I wanted to say I wasn't going to bring up tonight, but of course now we have to talk about it because it's being called.
Rich Grady, Samantha Martinez checking with one another, and they will give the Sockers a very dangerous free kick here.
This is a huge gift. A huge gift.
Toth pleads his case. It's basically top of the arc here for San Diego. Just, what, a foot beyond?
We can clarify again. In the same series of possession, while the team has the ball, the goalkeeper can only have the ball at his feet one time. As soon as he passes it away, he cannot have the ball touch his feet again from one of his own teammates. Not a fan of that rule. No goalkeeper in the league is a fan of that rule. The Sockers are a fan of that rule right now because they have a pretty promising free kick opportunity that Craig Childs is inches away from taking advantage of.
Good design, and Childs pounds the frame there.
Tried to have one night where I wouldn't bash that rule, and it's the first time that we actually see it applied in a game.
Charlie called for the foul here, and the Fury are going to escape that mistake unscathed.
Talked about it last week. What it's really created, that rule, is a lot more dumping of the ball, a la dump in hockey. Just sending the puck down there. That's all you can do. You don't want to risk having a play like that have to happen, where a goalkeeper should always be available and be allowed to be an option to his players in the field. I don't care if we're talking arena soccer or outdoor 11v11. It's a silly rule. I'm not sure at all why it was implemented. Now I've said too much.
Well, at least they haven't put offsides into our game.
5:40 remaining. Give it time. 5:40 remaining here in the third quarter. Running clock. Gonzalez battling against Stopete, two former teammates. Like you could say that just about every other matchup individually in this game. Hey, former teammates. Guerrero Pino and Frank Tayu, ever?
Nope.
Okay, there you go. See, I said every other matchup. Coming up on 5 minutes remaining. Tayu.
Always combatants.
And no different right there. Swinging forearms, but nothing dirty.
Lucky bounce, San Diego.
Strong contact. Both Guerrero Pino and Frank Tayu are the toughest players in this league.
Great effort,
lovely
Stinson.
Touch from Gonzalez. The ball blasts off of Christian Gutierrez on the ricochet there. Under 5 minutes remaining. Ontario Fury reeled off 3 straight goals to take a 5-1 deficit to 5-4. Who's the next goal going to come for? Which individual down there on the pitch below us is going to step up?
Nice steal, Charlie.
Charlie can't get on the end of that pass from Leo. Cisse took a knock moments ago. It'll brush it off. The King. Frank Tayu. Back to Jeff Hughes. Jeff Hughes who tied this game at 1 way back when. As we dip under 4 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. Uzi Tayu got a touch in there. Willie Spur is pressing down in the corner. Uzi battling with Cristian Gutierrez. Gutierrez trying to get it out. Cerda uses the forearm to create a little bit of space legally. Topete back near the halfway line. Sockers try to clear their lines.
Yeah, they're not, though.
And Craig, the way you talked about it, just kind of staying back, holding on to this 1-goal lead, a bit timid, on the back foot. Take your pick of a cliche. The Sockers are not playing with aggression right now. They're letting the game come to them. Stinson has just been outstanding tonight. Thought he was fouled. I think he was already going down, slipping on the carpet. A 2v2 turns into a 2v4 as Sockers can't do anything with it.
Charlie's got to let that ball go.
Charlie just held on and held on too long. 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. That's, I don't want to say been all Ontario.
It's definitely been mostly Ontario.
Mostly Ontario, and they've scored the only 2 goals in this third quarter. Essentially an own goal that brought it to 5-4 after a brilliant left-footed strike from Justin Stinson to make it 5-3.
Really does feel like Stinson's good for one of those every game. You know, it's one slick individual goal.
He's a hell of a player and a whole lot of fun to watch. Love those individuals. We always talk about the Major Arena Soccer League like a good comic book, a good drama. Stinson has that quality, that flair, that panache that we love.
Poor pass there.
Oh, almost a fortunate ricochet over to Tayu. Calm stuff down there from Pee Wee. Stinson got a little contact in there at the end. Tayu, a half hateful, half loving little right jab there towards Childs, and maybe that got in the head of Craig Childs because he sat there on the ball and eventually gives it away.
Disastrous by San Diego.
Tayu knew what he was doing there. There's Stinson. Oh, it's just wide. My goodness. Under 2 minutes remaining. Cisse, Israel Cisse, still Israel Cisse. Robert Palmer. To Jeff Hughes. Palmer. Cisse. Back to Palmer. Palmer tries to send it down to the corner. Cut out well by Pee Wee. Oh, how big a goal would be for the Sockers before the end of this third quarter.
You're not kidding.
If you're a neutral watching this game, I'm sure you would love this scoreline going into what would be a mouth-watering fourth quarter. If you're a Sockers fan, chomping at the bit for a goal. Feels like ages since the Sockers scored one.
It really does.
The last 3 have been scored by Ontario. A 5-1 ball game developed, or disintegrated, depending on how you look at it, to a 5-4 ball game. Under 1 minute, 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Nate Alvarez and Craig Elston here with you on MASL TV. The Sockers holding on for dear life, it seems, right now, as Tayu sends this one forward.
That's going to be...
It looked like Gonzalez
blue card.
got ball instead, Craig. It's going to be a blue card to the Sockers defender and a power play for Ontario.
Gonzalez thinks he has the play right there. He touched the ball, but...
he may have first touch to the ball, may have come from the Ontario player there. I believe it was Jorge De Leon. It was indeed. And it's a tough call. It's one of those 50-50, 60-40, call it what you will. And the officials called it a foul and a blue card. And it's a power play for the team with all the momentum at their backs right now.
Yeah.
A chance to finish off the comeback and then maybe go on and win it for Ontario.
Starts with a top of the arc 5v4 chance they could score on this.
This could be one of those funky power plays that takes place in 2 different quarters, or Ontario could take care of business right now. The task for the Sockers is to kill off 40.4.
Correct.
One task at a time. Oh, shot just tied. Back to Stinson, the man of the moment, very much. Stinson, so entertaining to watch tonight. Lopete, back to the aforementioned Stinson. Stinson passes to nobody. The Ontario ghost down there. Mitchell Garden, that's maybe a little bit too cool for school. Trying to get that one away. Rebounds it, gets it back, and yikes. Just a slice from Guerrero Pino. Lovely header is Stinson. Well, maybe he could turn. One more chance for Ontario. Pepete. Pepete drives from distance. Parried by Pardo, and that will surely do it for this third quarter. Pepete is going to crack one more. And there you have it. 5-2 at halftime, 5-4. We got quite the intriguing fourth quarter coming up after this break here on MASL TV at San Diego 5, Ontario 4.
Thanks, for sure I'll be there. Hey, wait, hold on. I'm running by the field right now. You're never gonna guess. Dude, Medina's here. I think he's training for a comeback to the Sockers.
What are you talking about? Medina? He retired 2 years ago. He's too old, bro.
Oh, dude. You're right, bro. He's too old. Okay, so that barbecue, yeah.
Don't wait for the wait. Call your Cairo today.
Dr. Corey's office, how can we help you?
I got this. Let's get him in.
Okay, sounds good, Mr. Medina. We'll see you shortly.
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We got you.
Your team. The perfect fit. The game ball. Are you ready? Soccer Loco, next level performance.
On Sunday, the 30th of January, Utica City FC makes its first ever appearance here at Pechanga Arena, San Diego, inside the grand old arena as the Sockers welcome our region's heroes for First Responders Night. 5 p.m. kickoff, and in addition to a matchup between 2 of the MASL's top sides, we'll honor our region's hard-working first responders who keep us safe in times of need. Plus, all fans will go home with a complimentary Sockers water bottle. Get your tickets online at that website that you should have memorized by now, but just in case you don't, it's sdsockers.com. Again, that's sdsockers.com. Or you can call us by phone at 866-799-GOAL. Well, if you just happened to join us on MASL TV, you're in luck. Tuned in at a good time. If you've been watching the whole game, you've been entertained, surely. San Diego Sockers seeming to be in a bit of trouble right now. They led 5-1 in this game. They led 5-2 at halftime. A rather, you don't want to be too harsh, but a rather lethargic effort in that third quarter. Not what we're used to seeing, especially coming out of the halftime break for the Sockers. That's early on in this season, even going back the last few years, the third quarters have often been explosive for San Diego. They come out of the locker room with a real hunger, a real bite. Was not to be in that third quarter, and from 5-2 up at halftime to just 5-4 up as we get ready for this fourth quarter to get underway. The final 15 minutes of the night. Nate Abareya here with you on MASL TV, and to take you the rest of the way with the play-by-play, here's Craig Elston.
Minute 13 remaining on the Ontario power play. Fury trying to get 4 in a row and tie this one up. They have not scored on 2 tries. This is their third tonight. Tepete to Pacheco in the corner, the lefty. Back to Willie Spur. Pacheco space on the left wing, coming in, brings it to Tayu in the corner. His shot off the wall. Rojo into the air to head it down. Gutierrez is trying to run out on it on counterattack. Christian with 2 counterattack goals in this game. Somehow that hospital ball crawled its way to Rojo. And the Sockers can kill a few seconds, not too many. 36 left on the power play. Here come the Fury once more with Juan Tepete. Pacheco across the line. Stinson straight away. 1-2 passing. Pino gets there first. Bangs it off the Fan Saves logo. But loose in the front for Tayu to step on the ball and cut it back over to Pete, trying to run up on it. Pacheco sends it back to Stinson. Stinson so elusive to Pacheco. There's 10 seconds in the power play. There's Tepete right there. Into the middle, and Mitchell Cardenas takes it away. Tayu was alone on the back post.
Word. Tayu just waiting for the pass there. It never came.
Gonzalez out of the box and almost into the steal for Willie Spur. Well, the Sockers didn't, I don't want to say that they were hard done on that call, but Gonzalez had thought that he got the ball first, and San Diego does kill the penalty. Cisse. 13:20 left in a nail biter. Lots of time. Here's Spur. Pino shoves him back. Guti, make it Rojo. Cardenas. Rojo got a touch on that, allowing Cardenas to steal it away. Cardenas now will loop one forward. He's looking for Gonzalez, who was able to get a noggin on it, but to the team in black. And Stinson, the man with the golden mane, to Spur. Second minute gone off the clock. Uzi to Frank. Frank to Uzi. The brothers playing together. To Cisse. Sockers still packing and parking the bus. And Uzi. It really does look like there was a decision to go to low pressure at halftime. And that decision, if it's true, backfired massively. As it's not only seen the score narrow from 5-2 to 5-4, but it's much more importantly seen the Fury dominate possession, gain confidence, gain rhythm and chemistry. And now, right now, it feels like the Sockers are hanging on. Farber, however, steps in his first game of the year and gets a nice steal. But the Fury have been showing good pressure to keep the ball away from San Diego. Pardo now. That one hit the side of the glass and went out of play. And quite frankly, because Pardo was on the wrong side of the line, he's fortunate for that. Could have been defensive clearance. Here's Toth. Chris across his red line. Chris approaching the midfield line. He will bend it in for Tayu. Cardenas on his hit.
Toth, who has not allowed a goal since entering the game.
That was a great point. Hasn't been challenged. Has not been challenged. I don't think the Sockers are credited with one shot in the second half so far.
And Toth kept it out.
Yes, he did.
There you are.
Or it could have been blocked. This ball was just loose and Toth couldn't get it. And he is bailed out on the foul by Tavoy Morgan. Back to Toth. That was another example of the pass back. Chris was out of the play, and the ball came back in his direction, and he couldn't do anything. Tayu came out to steal that. Nice step over. Frank works to the left foot. Shot blocked by Cardenas.
Really good stuff there from Cardenas, and then it goes out from a little caballazo there from Tayu.
Official shots according to the MASL ticker. Fury out shooting the San Diego 18-9.
18 to 9?
9 shots for the game, and they have 5 goals.
I mean, it's a good ratio if you look at it like that.
I mean, sure. Let's shoot some more. What do you say? Here's Tayu.
I mean, at that clip, why not?
Frank on Mitchell, 1v1. Charlie offering support. Here's the open man off the bench. It's Spur. Cerda on recovery. Shot off the wall. Childs trying to hustle this down. He does. Off, away from Cisse, lifts it forward. Toth can get there easy. Cerda.
Calmly done by Chris Toth. That was professional.
Cerda running around like a pollo.
And that was the rule in play again right there.
Yep. Forcing, and the Sockers get possession.
I'm going to say nothing more about this new rule.
Appreciate you on that.
You're welcome.
There's a foul on Taiyu, and that is 5 on Frank Taiyu. If our count is correct, and I believe it is. Sockers get the quick restart. Charlie. No goals, no points tonight for Charlie Gonzalez. Had 2 against his former team in his first ever meeting with them. Fury just flying around the field with defensive pressure. They're keeping that high pressure alive, and they forced another turnover. As Pino had no outlet, sent it to a bare wall, and the Fury get the ball back. Final 10 minutes of this one. Ontario dominating the second half. It's 2-0 Fury in the second half. 5-4 is the overall scoreline for San Diego. Sockers haven't been heard from since the 9:35 mark of the second quarter. Spur, Pee-wee stays right with him. No one tougher in the corners than Luis Pee-wee Ortega. Good sidewall pass there. Leo with 2 men around him. Plays hold up for just a moment. Taken away to Pete, to Stinson with Spur. Stinson shoots, save, rebound, save, rebound, save! Third, fourth chance! And Pardo comes away! Spur denied 3 times by Pardo on his hip.
Mark that one. Mark that one down at 9:20 or so left in the fourth quarter. That could be the game right there. That was big from Pardo.
Big run though. Nestor. Shot deflects its way over to Pardo. He's going to throw it out for Leo. De Oliveira. 1v the world. Sometimes this works out for Leo. And he's able to maintain possession through the double team steal attempt. And that's a foul on Taiyu. Now, apparently they didn't whistle the other one, because that could have been 6. Here comes Escoto. He scores! Brandon Escoto from Tavoy Morgan. The streak is over. The Sockers are back up by 2.
Escoto ecstatic after this finish. Top shelf through the hands of Toth. Bar down. And the Tijuanense, the assist from his friend from Spanish Town, Jamaica, Brandon Escoto, with a big goal, and go back to that triple stop from Boris Pardo. I'll tell you what, this game, I'm not going to say could have been, this game should have been 5-5. Yes. Instead, look at that, it's San Diego 6, Ontario 4.
Tavoy Morgan with a 3-point night, 2 goals and a helper. This one, Farber sees all the way out of the air. Head-to-head to Escoto. Love how the crowds remembered to do the Bayern Munich. Now Escoto trying for another. Working on the similarly framed Pacheco. Came out with it to Pete there to ward off the centering pass. Taiyu. Frank zigzagging his way off of the penalty box wall. Stinson's wide open. Pardo has to watch, chips it with his foot. Now he's out of this play. Keep that in mind. Here's Stinson.
Biting my lip right now.
And the head of Rojo is able to take it away. Sockers looking to break. Morgan off the bench. Morgan with the ball. Gonzalez overlapping run. Finds Rojo instead. Chips it. Escoto chips it. Wangan flicks it. Rojo keeps it. All of that excitement, no shot. 7.5 to play. Huge 6th goal from San Diego. Man. And it's crazy how goals change momentum every time in this sport.
Completely.
All of a sudden, the Sockers have juice. And Morgan tripped up by Palmer. He was the last man in, but a common foul is called.
A common foul indeed. We're going to get the replay of the foul here from Palmer. Just a common trip. Actually, gotta tell you what, he got a lot of ball there as well. ball off the shin of the opponent.
Quick restart. Escoto through the legs of Nestor, but Palmer was there.
You know, and now to get lost in that next goal's huge cliche here, its next goal could be game for San Diego.
Oh, what a save by Toth. The power shot from Leo.
The way this game's gone, next goal, if it's scored by San Diego Sockers, could be a W.
Yeah, I feel that.
And next goal for Ontario could be a nerve-wracking finish in store.
Good steal set up by Escoto. Charlie. It's Gutierrez.
Ooh.
The flick by Toth, but Leo's going to be there. Leo with a couple of helpers tonight. 6.5 to play in this one. It was 1-0 San Diego. It was 1-1. The Sockers got 4 in the second quarter, 5-1. But then Ontario got 1 back before the half ended, 2 more in the third quarter, and were denied an equalizer by Boris Pardo, point-blank range, 3 to 4 times in succession. Seconds later, Morgan to Escoto to score it. The one thing I don't have resolved, though, Nate, is I've seen 2 fouls called on Frank Taillou at least this half, but there's been no announcement whether he's on 5 or not. Honestly, I thought there were 3 fouls called on Frank, but it's not been the case because look, there he is.
Here he is.
He exists still. Shot! Save! Pardo!
Oh.
Topete came barreling down Route 1.
If Topete could have just picked a corner, he's got a goal easy. Put it right down the middle of the goal. Still great goalkeeping from Pardo. Take nothing away from him.
He's been monstrous this quarter. What a goal. I think it was deflected. It's Stinson. It's 6-5.
Not sure what exactly happened here, but I hesitate to call it a golazo, but the aesthetics of this make me want to say great goal either way. Maybe it took a deflection here. Tough to see with country western star Willie Spur there.
I'm almost
in the way. I think we might get another angle here. I'm almost certain. I'm with you, Craig. This took a deflection off of Pino.
Yep.
Maybe not.
No.
Maybe not.
I think I just saw it.
Maybe not. It might have come off.
Especially with his reaction. I think it came off his right foot.
Either way, we'll see
it
it
one more time.
One more time here. Slightest of deflections. Either way, it's a gorgeous clip to the back post for 6-5. How about that?
Justin Stinson with his 6th goal of the year, his 3rd in 2 games. And what a finish we've got ginned up for you here. The Sockers, the Fury. A San Diego win would be 2-0 against Ontario and 6 points up in the standings. A win for the Fury. They even things up and they steal 3 points on the road, and that's big. Now, don't forget as well, one of the other rules that is new to MASL is a point system. So if somehow this game were to be tied after 60 minutes, both teams would receive a point, and we'd play for the extra point in overtime. What Mitchell Cardenas showed right there is pretty much how soccer fans feel about this second half. Clear it and forget it and try and get the next one. 5:24, and what a half by Ontario. A needed half.
They're already getting that 6th attacker jersey out with 5:20 left in the 4th on that Ontario bench.
Taillou saying he was held, Tavoy saying he was held. The unassisted goal for Stinson. Toth is going to serve one for Uzi. Spur gets loose. Spur back to Pete. He's tied it up. Johnny Topete opens up the Calafino final 5 minutes with the 6th goal of the game for the Fury.
The small but boisterous away section of the crowd going absolutely wild. Drive low through traffic. Buy a ticket to the raffle, you just might win. And Topete says, there's my raffle ticket. 6 all in San Diego. No 6th attacker needed.
Not at all. Topete's 2nd of the half. The Sockers have officially blown a 5-1 lead. And it's a brand new game, a 5-minute game. This is beyond the mini game. This is a 5-minute game. Escoto on the run, off the wall, away from Juan Gonzalez, one head away. Nestor Hernandez with the Sockers stretched out and loose. Hughes down the middle. Nestor on the move. Nice step in Pino with Tavoy Morgan to rescue La Pelota. Juan Gonzalez has Brandon Escoto at the red line, but the Sockers need a change, and Cisse stepped up with very quick pressure to get that turnover while the Sockers were changing. Nestor on the run again. 4:18 left. Juan Gonzalez working his way for a steal away from Tepete, and then Tepete called for the foul. No, Juan Gonzalez called for the foul.
Okay, then.
Not sure if Grady got that one wrong. He had the wrong side. And the Sockers restart with Charlie Gonzalez. This would be a good time to hear from Charlie Gonzalez.
Heard from him late in the last game.
Over to Cerda. Under 4 to go in regulation. Tied 6-6. Leo trying to get the step on Spur. Leo hip by hip to the corner. Working backwards with the ball. Drops it back to Cardenas. 2 assists tonight from Mitchell, the Mexico City native. Cerda trying to step through Stinson. Stinson does very well. Holds him off. Cerda sees Toth distribute. Spur out of midair with that rescue. And now it's Frank to turn and fake Mickey Mansove. Shot deflected. Headed out of danger by Cerda. Charlie Gonzalez. Slide tackle to Pete. Back to Charlie. Trying to send in Gutierrez. Palmer's got the angle to get there first.
Well done by Palmer.
3:10 left to play.
Now it's both sides playing to not make a mistake. Get that kind of nervous feel in the air right now.
You really do. 3 minutes left. It's Hughes, and Taiyu is able to get that leg out. Cardenas got a touch on the ball, but did not lose possession, Frank. Cisse. Now it's the little guy, George DeLeon. Give and go. DeLeon will get a kick save. Pardo denies a near sure goal. What a game Boris Pardo's had. Leo between 3 players. Cisse gets it back to his keeper Toth. There's 2.5 to play in regulation. Taiyu has now Luis Piwi Ortega stepping. Oh, that's the foul on Luis.
And you said in our opening, Taiyu hasn't gone, was it in his entire career? He hasn't gone back-to-back games without scoring?
Now, he does have a point tonight.
Okay.
So he was given a point on that shot, save, rebound, score.
But still, just living between these two teams in this Southern California rivalry, back-to-back games against the Sockers without Taiyu scoring?
I know.
Seems unheard of.
There's still 2:12 left.
I'm trying to speak it into existence by any means.
I feel like you're trying to manifest something.
Hey, I'm all about vibes, Craig.
Here's Palmer, and here's Tepete. And 58 have been completed. 6-6 tie. Lovely run. Stinson, good ball to Pete. It's Stinson. Cuts to the middle. And Pino kept it off of Taiyu's toe. Taiyu's just waiting. Stinson to Pacheco. Pacheco dancing. Minute 45 left. Sockers clinging to the edge of the cliff here.
Yes.
Danger of falling off.
They need all the crystals they can find.
Here's Taiyu. Here's Taiyu. Right through. Taken back to Taiyu. Saved by Farmer off the ground. Gutierrez got it to Leo. Taken away. It's Palmer. It's 3v2. Palmer scores! Robert Palmer has put Ontario into the win column tonight. A brilliant comeback by the Fury to win tonight. The Sockers have 83 seconds to change it, but it's been all Fury, a deserved goal, a winning goal.
Still time for San Diego. But we said it in the opening. From Kingston to Kansas City to Ontario. And tonight, right here in San Diego, California, Palmer is an absolute menace on the arena soccer pitch, a phenomenal defender, but he's doing the work on the offensive end tonight with the biggest goal of the night that could very well give Ontario a shock win here at Pechanga Arena, San Diego. What a moment for Robert Palmer. He ended the last game a week ago between these two teams in the penalty box. And this week, he may have won it with the 7th goal for his side. Side-footed, placed to perfection, past Boris Pardo, who has been the Sockers MVP in this game. If the Sockers were to win this game, it would be 99% credit to Boris Pardo. But even on a super night from Boris, Robert Palmer saying, my time, my goal, and maybe, just maybe, our win.
Nate, fourth quarter shots. Ontario has 14, the Sockers 2. Charlie Gonzalez will take 6th attacker.
No more Boris Pardo here.
I have never seen a better effort by Ontario on the road than this one in this second half. And quite frankly, this is one of the most disappointing tactical efforts by the Sockers in the second half I've seen in a very long time. They went to the wrong strategy to start the second half, and they did not get out of it in time. And it, honestly, once Ontario started coming, there have been 0 answers from San Diego. Will the last 83 seconds change anything, or will it be an 8-6 final tonight? We're about to find out. It's Leo, Escoto, Charlie Gonzalez, the 6th attacker. Gutierrez to Charlie. Remember when Gutierrez scored twice and it was 5-1? Feels like it was a different day. Palmer trying to pressure the steal. He's going to get called for the foul. And minute 60 is live at Pechanga Arena, San Diego.
How about this?
The Sockers trying to save a point, to drag a point out of the mire and get to overtime here. Escoto through the legs of a man, gets it back, gets twisted to the ground by Palmer, back up, and there's 43 seconds to play. Charlie to Gutierrez. Gutierrez to Gonzalez. Juan Carlos Gonzalez. Brandon Escoto, nowhere to go. Charlie, 31 seconds. Now Leo. Leo into the corner. Shot! Kick save! Leo recovers the loose ball. Charlie fakes around a man, shoots, he scores! And that is a Charlie Golasso with 22.3 on the clock. Charlie Gonzalez. We're tied at 7.
Pose the question a couple of minutes ago. Would we see a repeat of fourth quarter Charlie Gonzalez from last week? This is in a much bigger circumstance, and what a finish that was. That last angle there on the replay is one of the best you're going to see as he knocks it out of the park with the celebration. And back to the traditional camera for that last view of it. Just a brilliant goal, yeah. Home run, slam dunk, golazo, pick your sport. It's beautiful. Glorious stuff from Charlie. And I love the big swing and celebration there.
Timeout fury. The Sockers have 22 seconds to dig out a point here. And what a rescue it would be, because Ontario had 3 in the bag.
What a game.
This is quite a game.
Frustrating from a soccer standpoint for all the reasons that you just alluded to a couple of minutes ago, and now extremely frustrating from an Ontario standpoint as you throw away the win potentially with 20 seconds and change left in this game. But for the neutrals watching and for the fans of the league,
right,
as they like to say across the pond, a great advert for the league.
One thing you noticed when we took the shot of the bench there was Felipe Gonzalez in his warm-ups. So Felipe, who did start, remember, had that hamstring tweak in the fourth quarter last week. Obviously, something acted up. We do want to say a fond hello to Paul Savage, the Sockers lead athletic trainer, who is quite unfortunately watching from home today, stuck in protocol with our assistant coach, Renee Ortiz. And we wish Savvy the best. I know he's aching to get his hands on Felipe Gonzalez's hamstring and work that thing out. But he's going to have to wait. Anne-Marie Alf, by the way, doing a great job downstairs as the #1 trainer. 20 seconds left in this one. Is there another answer?
Don't blink, you'll miss it.
It could be Stinson. Look out, it could be Tayu! Oh, he just missed! Uzi off the wall. Foul on San Diego. 7 seconds. Leo does get an assist. His third assist of the game on the Charlie goal. Here's Tayu getting a great chance. I think Pino, did he get in there?
Maybe. Put him off just enough either way, even if he didn't get a deflection onto it.
This could be a 3-point kick right here. 7.3 left. Will it be Stinson or Tepete? Two-man wall. Stinson runs over. It's Tepete. Tepete off the wall, looking for Stinson. 5 seconds left. Tepete, Pacheco, 3 seconds left. Down to Tayu, 1 second left. Across, and the horn sounds. 60 minutes did not decide this one. Sudden death overtime, courtesy of Charlie Gonzalez from Leonardo de Oliveira with 22 seconds left. The move past Hernandez. The goal into the corner. Overtime next on MASL TV.
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We got you.
Pechanga Arena, San Diego. 60 minutes could not decide tonight's contest between the Sockers and the Ontario Fury. As such, San Diego has acquired their 10th MASL standings point for the season. The Fury have picked up their 7th. One more point and the win will be determined by whoever comes out on top. We will play 10 minutes of golden goal overtime. If at the end of 10 minutes there's no scorer, we will have a 3-man shootout, which will go as long as needed to pick up the win. Craig Elston, Nate Abraham, Melissa May, and our TVX video crew here with you worldwide on MASL TV. Thanks so much for joining us for what turned out to be just a delicious game. The Fury, very much the better team in the second half. The Sockers had the run of the first half. Throw it all away. We're tied now. Let's see who gets the last goal. 8-7 will be the score. Who gets goal number 8? Sockers with the ball at their foot, going right to left in extra time. And the dump for Morgan. Dug out, but Cisse to Charlie. Charlie shoots high off the frame.
It just wouldn't come down for him. That was agonizing. It's just floating right there. You want to crack the volley, and it just won't. Gravity just won't happen quick enough. He ends up slicing it high.
One of the rare times he wished he lived on Venus. Slightly higher gravity. Didn't work out. Here's George De Leon. Topete, who's had a monster half. Now wide open, De Leon with Tayu. He tripped on himself. Now he's back and he's scoring, and the game is over. And the Sockers watched the Fury come down the floor and score. George De Leon, who tackled himself, was allowed to get right back up and put it in. And 8-7 Ontario is your final score. Describe this disaster, Nate.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like this. It's the turf monster, takes him out right here. He falls on his keister, gets back up, and wins the game.
Wow.
Make that up. You can't. That is stranger than fiction. Look at this right here. Ball comes up, swing and a miss. Embarrassing. Blooper reel. Oh, back up. Ball at his feet. Golden goal, and not a half-bad finish either.
George De Leon is third of the year, the game winner. The Sockers cough up a 4-goal lead, cough up a 2-goal fourth quarter lead, and I've just got to say, play non-existent defense in extra time ball watching an 8-7 loss to the Fury. The point does matter because the Sockers stay in first place in the MASL West, now at 3-0-1 with 10 points. The Fury at 3-2 with 8 points will remain 2 points behind the Ontario Fury. A very just odd finish to this game, and some handshakes and also some discussion down on the floor, Nate?
Some arguments, I'd say a lot more friendships on display than fighting words or enemies, but certainly a few passionate arguments were taking place, and all the peacemakers doing what good peacemakers do, and that's gathering their sides and getting them together and off the pitch as the Sockers applaud their faithful fans.
All right, let's get to our superlatives, and we'll start with the front wave goal of the game, and you just saw it.
Everything winding down and back to the soccer that we saw tonight. You see way too much space, just way too much space.
Leo
and then
letting his man go, first of all.
That little almost blooper reel, it's almost like he did it on purpose. He didn't. There's no way on earth that he could have done that on purpose and known exactly what he's doing right here, but the fact that De Leon swings and misses right here, and then has the ball go off the wall back to him and by Tavoy Morgan, who seemed to do everything right to get down there to defend, and Ontario wins the game.
That's our front wave goal of the game. Front wave, dream big, we got you. Craig Childs, the captain, will explain things with Melissa May.
So, Childs, not the result that you wanted to get, but talk about some good things that you are taking away from this game tonight.
Yeah, we had a good start. Bad second half, obviously, and something we'll look to improve on for next Sunday.
Obviously, you faced Ontario quite a few times. How was this game plan different than last week's game?
It's similar. You know, you can throw a lot of the tactical chalkboard stuff out the window. It's about competing and being physical and trying to win your battles. And they won the battles in the second half, and that was that.
What was said during some of the timeouts, especially in the fourth quarter, to try to motivate you guys to just try to get that W?
Yeah, he's trying to wake us up, to be honest, trying to get us a little bit more energized in the second half. Our tempo dropped, and we were losing our runners, and it wasn't good enough, and you lose games against a good team like that.
Off the top of your head, any adjustments that you think you'll be making right on Monday during practice?
No, I think we got to focus on putting together good 4 quarters. You know, we had a really good first half, and I think last week we had a really good second half. And, you know, if you want to win a lot of games in this league, you got to play for 4 quarters.
Playing for 4 quarters, it seems like defense was really trying to step up and just blocking goals, shots, legs were flying everywhere. What do you attribute that to, just motivation, especially on the defensive side? Yeah,
you know, our defense is gritty and tough, and you know, we didn't hold the ball well enough offensively, and it was too much defending, to be honest. The second half, we defended 80% of that game, and yeah, kudos, they worked hard, they defended well, but we got to be better with the ball so we don't have to defend as much without the ball.
How good was it to at least have veterans like Brian Farber and Luis Pibi Ortega back on the field to kind of help you out today?
It was good. It was a good first start for them to get back and get their legs going, and now it's time for them to gain game fitness and game understanding and get themselves back into a rhythm.
All right, thanks, Craig. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Melissa. Strong words, intelligent words there from Craig Childs, Nate. But, I mean, really, I look at 2 things. 5-1, allowing the goal at the end of the second quarter. That brought the Fury's spirit back to life. They were down. And then the move to low pressure in the second half. And Craig Childs said it, the Sockers defend. I think that's pretty accurate to say that they defended about 80% of the time in the second half. They gave the Fury so much momentum and confidence in this game that I really got to be honest when I say, Nate, this is a decent result for San Diego because they pulled 1 point out of a game they 100% deserved to lose.
Yeah. I mean, you said it all right there. It was a game, we talked about it feeling like a different day, like 2 different days made up this game of arena soccer tonight, where the Sockers had a 5-1 lead and a couple of chances to make it 6-1. Boris Pardo would have been a huge reason that the Sockers been able to steal one at home, dare I say. Had they been able to get the win, which they almost did, Boris Pardo would have been one of the main reasons why, as we're going to get a look at the save of the game.
Our fan saves, save of the game, and it definitely looked for a moment like this was going to be the game-winning play as the loose ball came to Pardo. 1, 2, 3,
and that was at
4.
the score at 5-4, and then Escoto went down the other way to make it 6-4. That was such a huge play there by Pardo, and I called it in real time as that could have been the winning save of the game. Well, it ends up just being the save of the game.
Brought to you by
our good friends at Fan Saves. Thank you very much to Fan Saves. Cheers.
We do love our friends at Fan Saves. Let's get to the schedule now, and the Sockers go on the road.
Road Warriors.
So here's the deal. We talked about it on Sockers Overtime. We broke the Sockers schedule into 3 triangles, whatever, 3 parts, 3 periods. First period ends next week. The Sockers playing in that once-a-week schedule, only 1 match per week, and it will be the 3rd in a row against Ontario. The Sockers have taken 4 of the possible 6 points so far. The Fury have 2, but Ontario will get the next 2 games at home, and of course 3 of the next 4 in the series at home. So a huge result for Ontario. That is a 3 p.m. game from Toyota Arena next week, 2 hours earlier than this week. Make a note of it. Our friends Philly and JR and the crew will have that one. Then next Saturday and Sunday, pardon me, the following Friday and Saturday, January 21st and 22nd. I want to make sure I get the dates and the days right. Thank you so much. Those games from Chihuahua. I want to make a note of this before we get off the air and get to our credits. That those games on MASL TV, Sockers at Chihuahua, Friday 7 p.m., Saturday 6 p.m., those will be in Spanish on MASL TV. However, if you join us on twitch.tv/San Diego Sockers, if you join us on the San Diego Sockers Twitch channel, Jerry Jimenez and I will be live from the Calafino Lounge in Carlsbad on both Friday and Saturday night doing English broadcasts of the Sockers Chihuahua game.
It'll start with English broadcasts, and then some Califino might get involved, and then we'll see where
Spanglish,
it goes. It might be Spanish, might be Spanglish, it might be a language we don't even know exists yet. We'll see how it plays out.
Some Esperanto.
We'll see how it plays out.
And then just to note, the road trip wraps up, and this is where the acceleration starts, okay? So this is segment 2 of the schedule because it's a Friday game, a Saturday game, followed by a Wednesday game at Ontario, and then the Sockers will be home Friday the 28th against Tacoma and Sunday the 30th against Utica. So when that game is done, the Sockers will have played 5 matches in 8 days. And this season is going to go from 0 to 60 in a hurry.
Good luck. Good luck to everyone involved. Stay healthy. Stay strong.
We want to say thanks to everybody involved in tonight's TVX Sports Video production. Our executive producer, Ted Bendrick, Brandon Kalinowski, our engineer, Andrew Leadham, our director, our producers, Daniel Farias and Randall Sliz, the Slizzer, Reno Roscoe, Lucia Arenas, and Mike Back, our camera operators, Mark Hattersley on the audio, and of course, for Nate Abrea and Melissa May, my name's Craig Elston. Thanks for joining us for this 3-game homestand in San Diego. We will be back with you on Friday, January 28th. We will be with you on Tuesday at 5 p.m. with Sockers Overtime live on Twitch. Join us there. Until then, Craig Elston reminding you tonight, the final score in overtime. Ontario beat San Diego 8-7. And now, so long from Pechanga Arena.
Here at Front Wave, our members are built different. They don't just talk of success. They roll up their sleeves and get it done. And with serious value on banking, lending, saving, planning, Front Wave is right there with you. So dream big. We got you.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the Philippines in life.